Let's say good evening to our panelists and let's ask, how is this Sabka Saath? Is this not Sabka Saath sabotage also undoing what Yogi Adityanath claims to have set about to do? Also undoing what the Prime Minister has put out as the roadmap and the vision for the people of this country and also his party cadre and the people on ground. Sanju Verma, Chief Spokesperson, Maharashtra BJP, good evening. Sabha Naqvi, Senior Journalist, good evening. Rahul Ishwar, Rakesh Sinha, Dr. Taslim Ahmed Rahmani, Tariq Siddiqui,
आवाज आ रही है,
and Dr. Ibrahim Mathai. Good evening. रहमानी साहब, आवाज आ रही है आपको? ये क्या हो रहा है सर उत्तर प्रदेश में अभी? अलवर से लेकर गोरखपुर तक.
गुड इवनिंग आ रही है आवाज.
ये क्या हो रहा है? What is going on?
सर उत्तर प्रदेश नहीं, पूरे देश में प्रोवोकेशन की फिजा है. They are trying to provoke the people who don't believe in their ideology. This is the situation. And if this provocation continues, the country is pushed towards an anarchist state. And that's what they wanted. We are the people, most of the people in the country are patriots, but their patriotism has been mistaken by their weakness. And I want to these kind of people, the so-called self-styled Hindutva brigade, who is either Hindu Yuva Vahani in eastern Uttar Pradesh or the Gaurakshak brigade in elsewhere in the country, they are trying to take the law in their own hand. They want to kill the people. They are butchering the people at the name of Gao in the northern belt of the country, while in the eastern belt of the country they say that, okay, you have a license to go ahead and kill the cow bata. What is this going on? So this is a sheer provocation.
What do you think happened in Gorakhpur?
They want to spread in the country, and sir, they want to
let me ask you this.
Peace in the country, and then they want to create a total kind of a civil war kind of the country they are pushing.
No, that is taking it to the other extent. That's the problem, sir.
What is their nationalism? But I know my patriotism.
We need people who toe the middle line. We need people who don't have a problem singing the national anthem or the Rashtriya song, but we need also people who don't force it down anybody else's gullet. We need people who will encourage this entire concept of Bhartiyata. We need people. We need to be Indians. We need to be Indians first. Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, Dalits, whatever. Later, that is something which is being lost around this. That is the whole idea of Sabka Saath. That is the whole idea of governance or development for all, appeasement for none. But that idea seems to be lost on these. Why is it that they are emboldened? Dr. Rahmani, let's take it forward. Dr. Rahmani, let's open up the debate.
Anand, I have a quick question to Mr. Rahmani. I have a very small question to Mr. Rahmani. I have one question, Mr. Rahmani. Mr. Rahmani, if there's a part of civil society or the government is trying to stop illegal slaughterhouses, if someone is along with the police goes to the church and speaking that here, look, here is a effort of the conversion.
कोई proof ही नहीं है, वहाँ conversion ही नहीं था, वहाँ conversion. Rakesh Sinha, tonight I am going to ask you this, sir. Before when you make the point, I have two interventions to make. Even as you make, if you ask Dr. Rahmani, I need to make this intervention on behalf of Dr. Rahmani. Rakesh Sinha, sir. Rakesh Sinha, please hear me out. Rakesh Sinha, let's not.
Why you want to create an impression that conversion is
wait. See, let's stick with the facts, sir. Let's be direct, let's be bold, but let's also be true. Dr. Rahmani, please wait. Dr. Rahmani, please wait. First up, this crackdown on illegal slaughterhouses. Crackdown on illegal slaughterhouses.
Don't be polemical.
No, Rakesh Sinha.
I am giving.
Rakesh Sinha, please. When the crackdown on illegal slaughterhouses happened.
Rahmani Sahab,
how many slaughterhouses were given a proper notice?
The religious matter.
How many slaughterhouses were given a proper notice even after a surprise inspection? Please, let's start with the facts. No, you hear me out first, sir. How many slaughterhouses were given a proper notice after a surprise inspection? These are the reasons why your slaughterhouse is closed. Secondly, why do you have vigilante groups trying to order shops to shut down during Navratri? Why do you have? Who are these people to do it? Dr. Rahmani, एक मिनट रुकिए. Dr. Rahmani, रुकिए. Why do you have?
लोगों को डराना शुरू कर दिया.
नहीं, वही मैं पूछ सर उनको जवाब देने दीजिए ना। दूसरी बात आपने अभी बोला, मैं आपको पूछूं, महाराजगंज में मनीष वर्मा, हिंदू युवा वाहिनी का मनीष वर्मा होता कौन है ये पूछने को कि 9 फॉरेन नेशनल्स महाराजगंज के दतौली ग्राम में क्या कर रहे थे। वो कहीं भी जाएं, उनके पास वीजा है, उनके पास वैलिड डॉक्यूमेंट्स है, वो कहीं भी जाएं, मंदिर में जाएं, मस्जिद में जाएं या फिर ईसा घर में जाएं, कहीं पर भी जाएं और इबादत करें, उसमें कौन रोकने वाला है उनको? सवाल आप उठाने वाले कौन होते हैं?
सुन लीजिए आनंद,
खाली हिंदू युवा वाहिनी का
मैं आंसर देता हूं, मुझे आंसर तो सुन लीजिए।
उन्हें जवाब देने दीजिए।
अरे आंसर तो सुन लीजिए, आंसर सुन लीजिए। Anyone who has complained, he should go to the police. He should go to the police if he has objection, suspicion to any individual. During the UPA regime, I think more than dozen tourists have been expelled from India because they were involved in the conversion.
I am not.
And I am giving the data, Mr. Ahmed.
The SP Pramod Kumar, the SP of the area said, "हम वहाँ गए. After the complaint, there was no conversion happening. There was prayer happening." Should Manish Verma apologize? Should Manish Verma and the rest of the Hindu Yuva Bahini there, should they apologize?
You talk about your sister organizations, what they are doing in the country.
What they are doing. I am not endorsing that action. I am not endorsing that action. Religious conversion,
don't go in the past. Don't go in the past.
Institutions
what I am saying, sir, is let's stick to the events. Don't drag in what's happened in the past. I am talking about what happened today. The SP,
to your agenda.
You joined us. You were on the panel.
This is your agenda. We are not talking about the agenda.
Sir, you want me to cut out? You want me to play out what the SP said? Pramod Kumar, the SP said. हम वहाँ गए, कंप्लेंट हमें मिली, हम वहाँ गए, वहाँ कोई कन्वर्जन नहीं हो रहा था, वहाँ प्रेयर हो रही थी। उसके बाद हिंदू युवा वाहिनी ने माफी मांगी, मनीष वर्मा ने माफी मांगी, मैंने गलती की है, यहाँ कन्वर्जन नहीं हो रहा, मेरे से गलती हो गई। क्यों नहीं मांगी? वहाँ किसी ने नहीं मांगी वहाँ।
उसके बाद अलवर में भी यही हुआ, वहां पर एक आदमी को कत्ल करने के बाद आप कह रहे हैं कि हमें अफसोस है, एक आदमी कत्ल हो गया। देखिए ये कौन सा तरीका है? आपने उसको कोई
something wrong happens, if there is something which is wrong, which is against the law, it is the duty of a diligent citizen to alert the cops. But if there is nothing wrong, that is happening, it is the duty of that very citizen to turn around and say, I made a mistake. Let's open up the debate, going across to other panel. Rahul Ishwar, where do you stand on this?
Tell me what was the crime.
No, where do you stand on this, Rahul Ishwar?
Has one point.
Yes, Rahul.
Remember, we are one of the oldest Christian churches in the world. Back in AD 52, our Christian community has been an integral part of India, and we all celebrate them. But let us be very honest about this. Forced conversion is an irritant in our relationship. Mahatma Gandhi was against it. Indian constitution is against it. Many a times different high courts pointed out that there need to be some law for anti-forced conversion. So many people are having this suspicion. Anti-forced conversion law, if it is in place in all over India, will reduce mutual suspicion, will promote mutual trust. Conversion is anybody's right. But forced conversion is illegal.
Correct.
Forced conversion needs to be stopped.
So Rahul,
the Yogi Commission has pointed out about this.
Rahul Ishwar,
He was vocal about it.
Rahul Ishwar, today the SP has very clearly said that there was no forced conversion. There was no conversion drive that was happening. The people who were there inside the church, these 150 plus adults and 40 plus children, none of them said कि हमको जबरदस्ती बिठाया गया. We've been made to sit there, against our will. When they didn't say that or do that, what right does Hindu Yuva Vahini have to allege or question the presence of foreign nationals there? Is there a rule or a law, Dr. Ibrahim Mathai? Let me ask you this straight up. Is there a rule or law which says that foreign nationals on a tourist visa cannot pray inside a church, cannot pray in a mosque, cannot pray with a group of people inside a temple in this country?
There is no rule as such, Anand. There is absolutely no rule. They are free to go to a mosque, they are free to go to a temple, and they are free to go to a church and pray. I personally, when I visit Sri Lanka, I have been to the churches there to pray. When I have been to Thailand, I have been to a church there to pray. Likewise, you find so many of the foreigners, Westerners, when they come to India, they go to the Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Mandir. They go to Rajneesh. So what's the problem? That is the freedom they should be allowed to. Today what has happened is so shameful, I'll tell you, Anand. Today even the police have said, and confessed that there was no conversion happening. And I'll tell you, this conversion is a boogie which has been happening, which is allegation, this false allegation. I don't know what Rahul is speaking about. From the last 25, 30 years, I've been hearing this false thing of forceful conversions. Tell me, Anand, today, our population today, as per the government census, is not more than 2.6%. At the time of independence, we were around 2.5%. Where is this conversion happening? You show it to us and prove it to us.
Okay.
I'll tell you, it's such a
Dr.
shameful
Mathai,
thing that
Newshour wants to intervene, so allow him the intervention, please.
Forceful conversion happening.
Allow him the intervention, please. Yes, Rahul. Rahul, hang on, your audio is not coming through. Rahul, wait.
Yes.
Rahul, wait, your audio is not coming through.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, yeah, now it's coming through. Now speak, please.
It is not about one religion or the other. Please remember, even Mahatma Gandhi's son was forcefully converted. But he was converted to Abdullah Gandhi. That's a different thing. So forced conversion has been happening in India to different religions. This is not anti-Christian, anti-Muslim or anti-Hindu. This is anti-secular and anti-national. Mahatma Gandhi's son, the greatest secular icon. The
I strongly object to this, Anand.
His son was forcefully converted and he came back.
Now, you have made a point, Rahul Ishwar. My question also, Dr. Mathai, is...
I am not saying conversions have not happened in different faiths. I am saying is conversions have happened, willing conversions.
Okay.
People who are willingly converted.
Sir, the other aspect, sir, is... There are two aspects.
Rahul, who are you and I to stop them?
Dr. Mathai, there are two aspects to this. Now, when we are arguing one aspect, I have to highlight the other part also. Right? The other part is that in terms of conversion, anything which is forced or through allurement, there is this rule called, there is this word called allurement, which is there.
I'm totally against it. The Christian community is against it, Anand.
It should not happen. It should not happen. Now, today's case, if we stay with today's case,
100% it should not happen.
The cop has come out and said, the SP has come out and said that there was no activity of conversion going on. People were sitting there voluntarily. They had all joined to pray. But there have been.
But Anand, tell me, although the cops have said that, what is the action being taken against the Hindu Vahani for having?
People have alleged that they were given allurements to convert from one faith to another. Now, if that activity is proven, it is wrong. But there is no activity like that today. Now, who is this person from Hindu Yuva Vahini to question the presence of these foreign nationals?
100% it is wrong, Anand.
Yeah, Sabha Naqvi. Yes, Dr. Mathai, I get your point. I'm just bringing in other panelists. Come back to you, sir.
Anand, what I'm saying...
Anand... Sabha,
just one point. What is action being taken against Hindu Vahani?
30 seconds.
Dr. Mathai, if I may...
he just wants to make a short intervention, 30 seconds.
So can I just make a few points, Anand?
I'll come to you, Sabha. If you allow me.
I want to say is, what is the action being taken today against Hindu Vahini for having created such a ruckus today for no reason?
Correct.
For a false allegation made, what is the action going to be taken by the police against them?
Okay. Now, the other question, I'll come back to you, Dr. Mathai, is that the local organizer, isn't it his responsibility to let the cops know that he is having a congregation like this? Because there is a question that's been asked about that. Why did you keep it under wraps? So, he's also not totally above board. There is a rule for that. You know that. But Sabha Naqvi, yes.
So, Anand, I just want to bring your attention to one very basic fact which we should know about the rise of the BJP and the RSS is that Muslims is a different issue. They're a very large presence, but there have always been conflicts with what they think is Christian missionaries. Now, I'm going to get to that. The most horrific crime, you may recall, I was covering the party for years, was when Graham Steins and his two boys were burnt alive in Odisha. It was something that shamed India. And a very, very small minority, it shamed us, it brought shame to us. I would appeal to the BJP to act and the RSS to act with the greatest restraints. Now about conversion, the issue about conversion is this: coercion, allurement is all banned, but there is something called free choice also, which, if you may recall, the father of the Indian Constitution converted to Buddhism. I'm talking about Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar.
Yes.
The greatest music composer in India today, A.R. Rahman, converted to Islam. Let's be aware of what we are talking about. You can't just say, there are individual choices that people make. There are those who join the Hare Krishna order. They're free, the people are free. There is a point at which we, as a liberal secular nation, I hope we will remain that way, cannot step on individual liberties. So when we talk about conversion, let's talk about it in a knowledgeable manner. and a very, very small community, and this part of Uttar Pradesh is not a tribal area where there are conflicts between the Vanvasi Kalyan ashrams and Christian churches in tribal parts of India. It's historically recorded. I have seen it myself. But this is not so. This just seems like people who think that they have power in their hands. And again, I would appeal, it looks so bad. Somebody is being lynched over cow. A man is being killed over cow in a very blatant manner. The Hindu driver is told to leave.
Or is this,
and
I am not going to be given a chance to
remained there, and the eldest man died. You have to allow someone to finish. And this attack on this church, this suggestion, because you are talking, I am saying, remember the shame that the brutal killing of a man and his son.
There are people watching this broadcast, and I would request you to choose your words wisely, please. There has been no attack on this church.
I'm saying,
no, there has been no attack on this church. It was a complaint that was filed.
Attack, but the suggestion, it creates a climate.
It's not an attack. It's not an attack. Please let me tell you this. There was a doubt that was raised. The cops went and investigated it. The cops came out and said that there was an effort to there was no effort to convert. There was a prayer that was going on.
Absolutely.
Now, and after this, they have also questioned the presence of these nationals and sent them off with a warning. Sanju Verma.
That proved wrong. That person apologized.
Yeah, but my point is, sir, the Hindu Yuva Vahini also should have apologized, saying that we suspected something, it is not going on, so we correct ourselves. But rather than that, they question the presence of 9 foreign nationals in Dhatoli village, in Maharajganj, in Gorakhpur, ki ye yahan kya kar rahe hain? To wo unke hisab se agar ho, to if they touch down in Delhi, they should go and pray in Delhi. Why are they praying in Dhatoli? That's the response the Hindu Yuva Vahini gave. So what are you trying to say? That you cannot come to these places, you cannot pray in what is already a church?
Hello?
What's this logic? 3 din se. Sanju Verma, yes. Sanju Verma, go ahead.
Anand, now, okay, Anand, now I hope the likes of Sabha will have the gumption to digest what I will say, because I was quiet all through her rant against the RSS and BJP. First of all, I don't know why she has to bring RSS and BJP in every debate that she chooses to participate in. That itself shows her bigoted mindset. You invoked the incident, Sabha Naqvi of Graham Steins. Let me remind you, last year, a 14-year-old Hindu girl from Ambeta village in Muzaffarnagar was raped, gang raped by Zulfam, a Muslim youth, the son of Zahir, the Gram Panchayat of Ambeta village. And they said that the girl deserved it in retaliation to what had happened in Muzaffarnagar. Were you even aware of this incident? Forget about raising a hue and cry. Let me tell you, have you ever raised your voice against Twinkle Shaw, a young Hindu Muslim girl who was raped by Aftab Alam and left to die in an abandoned coal pit in West Bengal? It is because we are secular that people like you can continue to come on national television and spew venom. Hinduism or Hindutva.
Now you're getting too Sanju Verma. See, Sanju Verma, I agree. We've come to you on the debate at 9:25. But Sanju, I'm going to request you.
1 minute.
See, I'm going to request you. Please make points, but don't get.
Anand, can I make one last point?
Yeah, you can make points.
Please, one last point.
Please,
Anand,
Sanju,
can I make a last
you don't need to shout. Please,
yes.
you make your point. I'm going to request you to draw a line. I'm going to request you to draw a line in making personal remarks. It's a debate on a real issue. Yeah. So please hold on.
Point taken.
Mind your tone.
Point taken.
Go ahead, please.
Point taken.
Go ahead.
Point taken, Anand. Let me now
go ahead. Let me
come to the point of Abraham Mathai, who says that there's no conversion.
Social media troll.
Anand, can I complete, please? Can I complete, please? I take your point.
Okay, let her make a point. Let her complete here. One last point, Sabha.
This is like the
one last point. Let's see if she makes a point on the issue today.
I am not going to engage with this rubbish.
Let me complete.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me complete. I am not interested in engaging with your rubbish here.
Ladies, I'm going to request you to draw the line and not get personal here. We have limited time on this debate. I cannot allow this, please. With respect, I'm going to request Sanju Verma to come back to the debate.
Anand, can I please come to the point of the debate?
Yeah.
Anand, yes, so I'm coming to the debate. Can you allow me to speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Now to the topic of conversions. Mr. Abraham Mathai made a point that, conversions are not something that happen. It's a figment of imagination is what he alluded to. Let me tell you that in 1951, as per the 1951 population census, the population of Nagaland, Mizoram, Manipur had Christian population of less than 30 to 40%. today it's between 90 to 98%. The Christianization of Northeast India is complete thanks to missionaries. I'm not saying all of them, but many who flout the FCRA rules in India.
Tell me, how many of these people
through fraudulent means.
No, how many of these people?
Let me complete, Anand.
Yes, how many of these people? How many of these people? No, in the same way, please also tell me how many of these people have come out and said that we were asked to force, we were forced to convert.
The example of Compassion International. Compassion International's license was cancelled by the Modi government for fraudulently converting Hindus. Greenpeace. Do you have any answers to that? They violate FCRA norms.
My point
under
is,
the garb of protecting
my point is just because there are allegations about certain organizations and what they did, Sanju Verma, is it fair for the Hindu Yuva Vahini to ask the police to barge into a church, into a prayer meeting and not apologize for an incident where there was no conversion?
What about Islamic radicalism?
Sanju, please wait. So my question is today.
Anand, I take your point.
Please, I'm saying what happened today.
I want to ask
we are asking about what happened today.
Ever talk about
we are debating about what happened today. We are debating about what is happening in the last 23 days since Yogi Adityanath has come into power. Now, Tariq Siddiqui has not yet spoken. Tariq Siddiqui has not yet spoken.
We will never talk about
Tariq Siddiqui has not yet spoken. Sanju Verma, I'm going to request you to hold on to some decorum on this debate. I'm trying to maintain decorum. We have got 8 panelists on the show today. They all need to make their point felt. You had to have
Anand, I want to ask her in which school did she study? Which convent school did she study? Did that convent school actually try and convert her?
Tariq Siddiqui, sir, Tariq Siddiqui, I'm sorry, you had had to make 29 minutes into this debate. Please make your point. What do you think happened today, sir? Do you believe?
I'm sorry, Sabha Naqvi.
Sir, Sanju, please wait. Let me bring in our other panelists. I'm going to request you to please wait now. Yeah, Tariq Siddiqui. Now, this effort of what happened in Gorakhpur is not the first time. They have made this allegation in the past with the Full Gospel Church saying that there was a conversion attempt happening. It was not proven. This time around again, they've come out and said, "Arey, conversion ho raha hai." It was a prayer that was going on. Then they said, "Ye foreign national yahan kya kar rahe hain? What are they doing here?" So they, shift the goalpost.
Anand, I think last 23 days, if you see the happening, it's very disturbing. Because in a society, in a democratic country like us, we have got a functioning democracy where there is a government, there are agencies to implement the rule of the law. Where do this Hindu Vani exist or Gau Rakshak exist? A big question mark. It's sending a wrong signal. Is it also suggesting, is the government incompetent or a police incompetent that gap is being fulfilled by these people? There are dacoities taking place in Varanasi. There are a lot of incidents are taking place in various cities, and the police is involved in slaughter business, Romeo business, going and searching the church. The problem looks like since the chief minister has grown along with these people to this stature, it's very difficult for them to probably crack down. Otherwise, the people like Mr. Verma would not have the audacity of doing what he has done today, and at least he should have apologized after confirmation the police that there was nothing, no conversion.
But this is a police force which the allegation is that majority of them hail from one particular caste or community only because of the disposition that was there predominantly in Uttar Pradesh. I believe that the cops have done their job responsibly, because when the SP comes out and says that we went there after a complaint, we saw that there was only prayer and no conversion. He says it on record. And then he says the organizer has been served a notice for not keeping us informed as to what he was doing, because it was a congregation of 150 adults along with 40 children. My point, sir, is that the Hindu Yuva Vahini might be emboldened, might have extended its brief. But those who call it an attack on the church are also taking it to the other extreme.
They should ban.
They are also misrepresenting facts. I have to take a very short break at this point. To my panelists, sir, I'll start with you, Tariq, and Rakesh Sinha when we come back. I have to take this break. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. I have to take this break. It's a short one. We'll start with you, Tariq Siddiqui, and come back to you, Rakesh Sinha ji. Rakesh ji, please wait. I have to take this break. Please. This growing vigilantism is an issue. Are there people who are transgressing the law on both sides? That's the question that we're going to start this back half of the debate with. Professor Sinha, my first question to you, sir, is Tariq. I'll come back to you after we speak to engage Rakesh Sinha here. Rakesh Sinha, the question is, should the Hindu Yuva Vahini have immediately come out and said, we are sorry? We thought some mischief was afoot, but it was not. We are sorry.
Look, vigilantism is extra constitutional thing. So nobody has right to do such thing, whether it is a question of cow or is that temple, church or mosque. That I agree, because liberty's medal is responsibility. If you have, constitution is granting liberty, that's responsibility. But at the same time, those people who are defending conversion, I am reminding Sawar Naqvi, Oman Chandi, Chief Minister of Kerala, on 4th September 2012, on the floor of the House said, 2,600 Hindu women were converted to Islam. He had given extensive data of conversion in Kerala. And in Kerala, Christian organization raised doubt about the Muslim organization. They are converting large number of Christians. As far as Northeast concerned, kindly give me 30 seconds. I am giving one important data. In Manipur, the Christian shares were 19% in 1961. Now they are 41%. In Nagaland, 52% to 87%.
Okay.
And in Arunachal Pradesh, the decadal growth rate between 2001 to 11.
Rakesh Sinha, those are all data which has happened in the past, but I want to bring in Abraham Mathai, and I've just got this input, sir. Sir, I want to quote what the rule book says. Sir, I've got this right now. I'm just going to read this out, viewers. It says, please refer to your online RTI application dated 6th of May 2015, received by the undersigned. So this is as per the RTI Act 2005. This is response to an RTI query. To our panelists and viewers, please read this out. Please hear this out. With regard to information sought by you in point 1 and 2 of the RTI application, it may be stated that as per extant instructions, there is no visa category for a foreign national intending to visit India on the purpose of attending religious program. As per the instructions, a foreign national entering India on the strength of a tourist visa is not allowed to preach and propagate his or her religion in India. So evangelism on a tourist visa is not allowed.
Correct.
Then there is no visa for preaching religion. It is therefore clear that most religious missionaries who come into Bharat, indulge in preaching and conversion, are actually involved in a fraud and liable to be prosecuted. So this is a conclusion that's been drawn after an RTI query. Dr. Abraham Mathai, Dr. Abraham Mathai, as I come across to you, sir, anybody questioning a prayer meeting is wrong. Questioning the presence of a foreign national in a place of worship is wrong. But if that foreign national or that group of foreign nationals has been camping there for 3 days in Dhatoli village, in Maharajganj, in Gorakhpur, 3 Ukrainians, 6 US nationals. Sir, if they are stopping by, if they are passing by and they want to pray, they stop over, there is a point well made. But if they have been camping there for 3 days and then they have been able to collect a congregation of 150 adults and 40 children on the pretext of saying, come together, let's just pray in the church. And the local pastor has not informed the police about this congregation.
Hello.
What would you say, sir?
Yeah. So let me come. Anand, in the first place, at the first place, I want to say that the police has proved today by their own confession that there was no conversion happening, but these people were only attending the prayer service. Now they can be attending a prayer service for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. That is not our business. Now you tell me, Anand, there are American nationals, there are Westerners who come and camp here for months together in the Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. You please check on what visas are they. Forget. And they even stand on the road, come out and they preach and propagate. Nobody takes an objection. Here the foreigners are only attending a service. They're only attending a prayer service.
What happens is, sir,
and the police themselves, they said today they were only attending a prayer service.
They come of their own free will and then they attend.
Lord didn't permit the foreign tourists to come and preach religion.
They're attending on the... That exactly, these foreigners were only attending a prayer service. Now your problem is they attended for 3 days.
There was no violence.
No, the problem is not that. The problem is not that. The problem is the parallels that you are drawing, Dr. Mathai, when somebody is coming to a place of worship to practice their own faith.
Parallels is this.
No, to practice their own faith with others who are practicing that very faith is different.
No,
compared
they are
to those who are camped at a particular place in a remote district, in a small village, inside a church for 3 whole days with the pretext of getting the people to come and pray together.
Exactly, in a church. So what? What is the harm in that?
Is there more to it than meets the eye?
How can... No, but you just tell me. You just tell me, Anand, it's a matter of...
Does it all start with... Why don't you start
sense and not rocket science?
How
can we...
Yes, Dr. Mathai, and I want to...
Give me a minute.
I just want to put this on record for our viewers. I want to put this on record.
I feel that the Christian community, sir...
We are not in any way saying what the Hindu Yuva said and the way they behave is right. But we are also asking...
Sir, let me say one thing.
Is the police wrong?
I think under the
and a warning to these nationals and a notice to that local organizer or the pastor. Yes, Sabana Quick.
I can't speak with...
Anand, can I make a...
So I believe
the police has said they were not involved in
I believe
they were not involved in conversion. They were not preaching.
If a church is calling foreigners, can I...
Yeah.
Can I please say something without being interrupted?
Yeah.
If a church is calling foreigners, they are putting their own community at risk for proselytization. Let me be very categorical about that. At the same time, getting back to the question of free choice, I was a product of St. Stephen's College. There was a chapel there. There's a church there. I went there. I went to Oxford University. Every college there has a church and a chapel attached there. I went there. So we have to have the issue of free choice. I understand where Rakesh Sinha is coming from, and we can engage in intellectual argument or a debate. I understand their concerns also. And I would say to Mr. Mathai that it's very, very risky to put churches at risk by asking foreigners to come there if they are proselytizing. If they are proselytizing.
Sawan, don't use dual parameters. Would you allow your students to celebrate Saraswati Puja? Why don't you support that? Because Saraswati is a part of Indian culture. She is goddess of learning. But here secularism does not allow. In all the government...
How do you know I don't? How do you know I don't?
Mamata Banerjee has issued circular not to...
How do you know I have attended 100 pujas, sir? Sir, I appeal to you, read a book of mine.
This is going astray. This is going sideways. So I'm going to
read a book of mine called In Good Faith.
You are
asking me about my beliefs.
Take this individual discourse of individual preferences separately. Sir, please hold on. My point, what I want to raise tonight, sir, is... Rahul Ishwar, the point we are trying to make on this debate is that both sides, whatever is happening, is sabotaging this entire vision of Sabka Saath. Rahul Ishwar is sabotaging this entire vision of Sabka Saath. If there is an allurement adjective or objective behind calling people for a congregation after camping in a remote village for 3 days, which is being questioned here, we are also questioning those fringe elements who have taken it upon themselves to question the presence of people around them, and when there is nothing, no mischief afoot that is found, they refuse to apologize for their behavior. These people who are creating a sense of fear are also wrong. Rahul Ishwar, now you speak, please.
Which want to imperialize and dominate Africa, which want to penetrate China. So this global agenda of forced conversion by spending billions of dollars is anti-national and having an imperialistic agenda. Let us join together and fight against them. You know, Vivekananda even went to the extent of saying that I will wash Christ's feet by the blood of my heart. Gandhiji, Vivekananda all respected Christ. We are against conversionists. The right name to call is conversionism, not Christianity, not Islam, but Wahhabism. In the same way, conversionism should be defeated because it is anti-secular and anti-national.
Sir, the whole idea, as I summarize and we wind up the debate, is people have to be allowed to make their choice.
Anand, can I make
anything being thrust upon anybody, down anybody is wrong. It is not Sabka Saath. It is not governance for all, development for all.
Anand, can I please make a last point?
This entire issue of Sabka Saath, if that's the true vision, then we should not have Rakshak turning Bhakshaks. We should not have people people trying to push a particular agenda. We should not have people who call a complaint and an investigation into an attack and say, oh my God, what has happened, and take things to the other extreme. Both are wrong, sir. Both are going to only sabotage this Sabka Saath. We've just put out the facts today and we've deliberated. The Hindu Yuva Vahini needs to apologize for their overzealousness. The local pastor needs to apologize for harboring and not letting the local authorities know that there is a congregation being planned. So there has been violation from both sides. Both are wrong. Both are involved in this Sabka Saath sabotage. On that note, I'm going to wind up the debate way over time. Thank you very much.